The day the quiet boy wrought fire. Have you ever seen a storm hiding inside a quiet cloud? Well, that's exactly what happened the day Prince finally stood up to Nicholas. Nicholas was only 9 years old, but he behaved like he owned the entire school. He shouted at classmates, pushed people around, scattered books, and even insulted teachers. Everyone wondered why he behaved like this. The truth: Nicholas's parents never corrected him. Whenever someone complained, they would say, "Leave our son alone. Nicholas can never be wrong. You must have offended him." They pampered him so much that Nicholas believed he could do anything he wanted. There was another reason Nicholas acted rude and bold. He knew his parents were rich. He bragged loudly about their mansion, their expensive cars, and how "nobody can touch me because my parents are powerful." This made him even more aggressive. What no one knew, however, was that Prince actually came from a far wealthier and more influential family, much richer than Nicholas's. But Prince never showed off. He took a public bus to school every day instead of arriving in one of his family's luxurious cars. He wore simple clothes, spoke gently, and never behaved like someone important. So when his true background later surfaced, the whole school was shocked that the quiet boy who rarely talked was the one with the real power behind him. And so, every day, Nicholas grew wilder, louder, and more aggressive. Prince was also 9. But Prince was the complete opposite of Nicholas. He spoke softly. He walked quietly. He sat alone most times. Some students even forgot he existed. If Nicholas was fire, Prince was cool water. The teachers liked him because he was respectful. The students liked him because he never caused problems. But nobody knew that silence also had a limit. It was a bright Wednesday morning. The sun was shining, birds were singing, and the school compound looked peaceful. Peaceful until Nicholas arrived. Before assembly even started, he had already stepped on someone's shoe, shouted at 2 boys, and kicked a plastic bottle at a younger child. Then he saw Amora. Amora was the smallest girl in the class, with a soft voice and big bright eyes. She was arranging her books on her desk, minding her own business. Nicholas walked over, smirking. "Move," he barked. Amora stepped aside. But Nicholas still pushed her. Her books fell. Her pencil case rolled across the floor. "Pick it up," Nicholas ordered. Amora bent down, tears gathering in her eyes. The class went silent. Everyone watched. Everyone feared him. Then Nicholas grabbed Amora's notebook and tore a page out of it. "Stop," she cried. But he didn't. He pushed her again, this time harder. And that was when something unexpected happened. A chair scraped loudly. Everyone turned. Prince, quiet, gentle Prince, was standing. His eyes were cold. His lips were tight. His hands were shaking, but not with fear. "Nicholas," Prince said in a low voice, "leave her alone." The whole class gasped. Nicholas laughed. "Or what? What will you do, Mr. Silent Boy?" Prince walked closer. Step by step. His face was calm, but his voice was firm. "I said leave her alone." Nicholas pushed Amora again. That was the final straw. In one quick move, too fast for anyone to expect, Prince grabbed Nicholas's hand before it could touch Amora again. The entire class froze. Time felt slow. Nicholas tried to jerk his hand away, but Prince held him tight. "Stop hurting people," Prince said, louder now. His voice echoed through the classroom. Nicholas tried to push Prince. Prince didn't move. Nicholas tried to hit him. Prince caught the hand again. Students from other classes gathered at the door. Teachers were running down the hallway. The whole school was buzzing. Prince took a deep breath and pushed Nicholas back, firmly, but not to injure him, just enough to make him stumble. Everyone gasped again. Nicholas had never been challenged before. His face went red with anger. He rushed forward, shouting. Prince simply stepped aside. Nicholas ran into a desk and hit his knee. Ouch! The students murmured. Some covered their mouths. Some whispered, "Prince! Prince!" Nicholas stood up, embarrassed and furious. But when he looked into Prince's eyes, something stopped him. There was no fear in those eyes. Only strength. Calm, quiet strength. What is happening here? Two teachers entered the class. Amora was crying. Nicholas was breathing hard. Prince looked calm again. "Tell us the truth," the teacher said. Everyone pointed at Nicholas. A few brave students spoke. He pushed Amora. He tore her book. He tried to beat her. The teachers looked at Nicholas. Nicholas, for the first time, looked unsure, not bold and proud. Prince simply said, "I only stopped him." Nicholas's parents were called. They shouted at the teachers at first, as usual. But when they saw the whole class, the teachers, and even younger pupils complaining, they finally became quiet. Very quiet. Nicholas faced punishment for his behavior. He had to apologize to Amora in front of the entire school. It was the first time he felt shame. The first time he realized he wasn't the king of the world. The first time silence defeated noise. Later, when people discovered who Prince's parents really were, how wealthy, powerful, and respected, they were shocked. The news spread around the school like fire. When Nicholas's parents heard it, their mouths fell open. They couldn't believe it. A child from such a powerful home behaved humbly, quietly, and respectfully, while their own son, with far less privilege, acted like a wild storm. They covered their faces in shame, realizing they had created the monster their child had become. For the first time, they understood that good behavior had nothing to do with wealth, but with proper upbringing. Many students whispered, "So Prince is richer than Nicholas." But Prince only smiled and continued taking the public bus as if nothing happened. After that day, Nicholas didn't suddenly become perfect. But something changed. Whenever he wanted to misbehave, he remembered the moment Prince stood up to him. The moment the quiet boy roared. Prince became a hero in the school, not because he fought, but because he stood up for someone who couldn't defend herself. Amora never forgot it. The other students never forgot it. And Nicholas, well, he would remember it for the rest of his life.